What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing out there? Look at that. Let me close that window. And let me open up this window. There we go. Chat. Gotta have that live chat, right? So I can see what's going on. I know it's probably echoey. Bam! What's up, everybody? I know it's probably echoey, but yeah, I gotta fix that because I got super high ceilings here, like 12 feet or something. So yeah, there's some echo. And so yeah, I got the stuff I bought a couple years ago. Yeah. And I just need to put it up there and do the deed, so that way I don't have all the sound bouncing around. So yeah, and I'm trying to keep this out of the shot. Otherwise, it would sound much better probably. But you know, oh, look at that. I'm just trying to make it a little bit better looking, so that way there's not stuff everywhere. You know what I mean? Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh man. I'm tired. I'm tired and it's hot. It's hot out here. So how's everybody doing? You guys doing good? So interesting evening. I talked to one of my old buddies for a couple of hours about Animal Crossing yesterday. So that was kind of interesting. I think he's way into it more than I ever was. Or will be, I guess. I like to, I don't know, I just like to play the game, but I know there's a lot to it, but I'll get around to it someday. Right? Can't hear me. I don't know why you can't. Can everybody hear me? I think everybody can hear me. Let me do at DA. There we go. Oh man, yeah. So I'm gonna start doing an extra long walk starting today. I'm gonna start walking a half an hour or more every day to slowly start getting rid of the weight. Every time I get rid of it, it seems to find its way back. You know, it's like, where'd you come from? It's like, I came from around the block. Also, I've been working on new ideas for shirts. Me and my wacky brain, I come up with some of the most craziest things. So don't be surprised if some of the sayings on the new shirts are just a little weird. Just a little weird. Not all of them, but some of them. And then one of the sayings is definitely going to go on the Nikki Wilde side because it's like it's way over. It's not made for the Troy Tackett side of YouTube. So one of the shirts with the saying will go back over to the Nikki Wilde store where the shirts are and all that good stuff. But yeah. You know, I just see what I see in the world and then I come up with crazy stuff. It is what it is, right? What kind of ideas? Well, I can't tell you that. You're just going to have to wait and see. Right? If I told everybody, then before I even got it done, there would be someone already did it before I did it. I got to find out about copyright and all that fun stuff, too. To see if I have to copyright the sayings or whatnot, so you know they don't get jacked, because that's a problem. somebody will see that or hear that, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna take that. That's awesome." Started walking 2.5 miles at the track the same night. Nice. Yeah, I miss walking. When I was walking before, I was walking, I don't know, 5 miles, something crazy like that. And then I went to bike riding 13 to 16 miles a day. But that's before I started hurting it again. So I had to take a little break from that, though. Anticipate. You're going to have to wait just a little bit longer, I guess. It'll be there. Just give it time. See, the Nikki Wilde one, I could probably, well, no, you know what? No, I can't put the Nikki Wild one up either because I have to check with some legal stuff first because I don't want to get in trouble. You know what I mean? Or maybe someone else has that saying already and I just thought of it, but someone else thought of it before me. You know what I mean? So I just have to be on the safe side to make sure with that. I think you guys will like them. It'll be funny. I come up with a lot of funny stuff sometimes, just, you know. I call it how I see it. I'm doing a little bit better. My neck has been hurting a lot lately, so I've had like this headache that just a little bit of a headache that never goes away. So that's always kind of fun. And, you know, the heat and stuff doesn't help and not sleeping. My sleep has been really crazy. I go to bed so early, like 11 or 12 o'clock most of the time. And I've been waking up at like 4 in the morning. I've been having like weird nightmares and stuff the last couple of days. And so I've been waking up like in the middle of the night, like 4 in the morning. And I'm just like, oh, man, I can't go back to sleep. So then I end up playing like video games for a little while until I pass out again. But it's not good, you know what I mean? Like waking up, falling asleep, waking up, falling asleep. So then too much of that throughout the day, like taking too many naps, you know, you just feel very worn out, you know. Yeah, I know I don't know. I mean, our heat is not as bad as it used to be. It's like 80 something right now. I know, let me see. Because there was an alert on weather.com on my phone about the weather. I don't know what for. Did you guys see that? Hear about that earthquake in Alaska? It was like 7.8 last night. It's only 84 right now, so it's cooled off. So we've had a pretty nice day today. It was only in the high 80s today. 85 tomorrow, 87, and then 90s, 95, 90s. So it's gonna get a lot hotter now. But yeah, we had that big earthquake. I guess it was last night. It was like a 7.8 or something. I'm like, oh, that's not good. That's gonna be bad for you know, tsunami. I think they had tsunami warnings as well. You know. So that's another scary thing too, you know. Yeah, look it up. It showed up on my phone yesterday as a news report thing, like breaking news or something like that. Let me just take a gander here. Let me take a gander and see what's going on here. Earthquake in Alaska. Alaska. Here it is. 7.8 on the Richter scale. A 7.8 magnitude earthquake has hit in Alaska, prompting a brief tsunami warning. Do you like me voice? And the Klondike, the high school was established in the early shatters. So it goes on and on and on and on and on. It's a big article. Whee! It's let's see, the record some 60 miles away was felt. Wow. So that was pretty crazy. Powerful 7.8 earthquake hit the coast of Alaska Peninsula on the southwest part of the state on Tuesday night, triggering a tsunami warning that was later canceled. So that's a good thing. The earthquake occurred at around 10:13 p.m., 75 miles south of some name I can't pronounce because it's like a Eskimo-ish kind of name. That's a warning. Wow. Because yeah, those tsunamis, man, they can do some serious damage. So yeah, if you guys want to read, just go and look it up. I know you guys can't see it because it's too bright in here. But yeah, that's crazy, right? I mean, when the one that we had here in California was a 6.8 and that leveled like buildings all over the place. I was doing construction when that one hit, the Northridge. And I worked for years after that fixing houses that had crumbled or half crumbled down hillsides. And it was crazy, you know? It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's really crazy. But yeah, I mean, we stayed busy for years after that. Houses were like crooked and you couldn't even shut doors in houses because the doors were like set like this, you know? And it's like, okay. I mean, it was really messed up, man. Eskimo-ish, yes. I also been sleeping also nightmares. Nice. Isn't that crazy? It might have been like might have been really weird too. Might have been trying to save someone, and it's really weird because I don't know. The movie The Exorcist has always been like a weird movie for me. I like it, but it still scares the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Like I still have night. If I watch it, I haven't watched it in a million years now, but every time I watch that darn movie, man, just a particular couple of scenes in there like stick in my head. And my nightmares for the last few nights were me trying to save someone from her in some weird house that kept stretching, but she was coming closer. I was weird, man. And I would wake up, you know, and I'd be like, what the hell, man? Have you ever had a bad dream and then fell asleep again and continued your dream? I hate that. I don't have it all the time, but sometimes. And it's really weird. Like you fall asleep again, you like fall back into that same dream that you were in before. And then you wake up again, you know, all freaking breathing heavy and stuff because you scared the hell out of yourself again, you know. And maybe it's the Silent movie, right? So far, so good. Nice. You gotta love that, right? It is, you know. I mean, especially, you know, why can't it be like good dreams that you go back to sleep and you fall into again? Why is it always like the horror or the scariest or the nightmare that you fall back into? There's a weird ass dream that I have a lot, and who knows? Maybe somebody in the comments, one of those people that like reads dreams or whatever, and I can like be like, dude, yeah. I used to have a friend that did that, but I used to have a dream, and I have it periodically, not always, but periodically, where I'm in bed and everything gets really dark in my dream. And then all of a sudden I'm walking down a hallway and up a staircase to try to get out of the house or to do something. But all the doors are being pushed shut by like demons or something on the other side. Because of course the house has got to be, you know, ghosts and crap. And or maybe it's vice versa. I'm trying to get out, but they're pushing the door so I can't. And or maybe they're trying to get in. I'm trying to hold the door shut, something like that. Because it's been a while since I've had it. But that dream, one time I had almost every freaking night, and it was like, oh my god, why do I keep having this dream? You know. And sometimes people say when you have bad dreams or certain kind of dreams, it's like things are going to change in your life, or you know, things like that. But it's like, man, I don't want no part of that, man. You know. Oh man. That's me and Nightmare on Elm Street. You know what's funny? Nightmare on Elm Street. Hey Bev. Nightmare on Elm Street. When I was working on a ghost show and we were doing a filming location, and we shot one of the episodes that I worked on in the it used to be the old power plant for LA. And they used it for a jail cell, and they also had a boiler room. And the boiler room in that location was that scene in Freddy Krueger when he was in the boiler room and he's doing his stuff and she comes down in there and all of that. So that was kind of cool. But the bad thing was that years later we found out that that filming location was full of asbestos. So I hope I don't die from that, because that would really suck. Just saying, the things that you find out much later in life, you know, it's like, oh, wait, what? You know, have to take it until they legalize. Dang. I know, it's just weird. Some of the dreams that you can have, right? I mean, it's, I don't know. Just that one dream, or being held down by something that you can't see, you know what I mean? It's kind of like just one of those weird things. It's like, oh, what's going on, you know? I found some old World War II photos and a map in my house when I was doing the bathroom. Ah, interesting. Interesting. Now, where do you live? I know, yeah, it's just crazy stuff, you know. But dreams, you know, it's interesting when you look up your dreams and see what some of them mean, because sometimes they're supposed to have meanings behind them. You know, like, do you remember how people would say, oh, if your palm itches or whatever, you're gonna come into money, and you know, stuff like that, right? So that was like, you know, a weird thing. So every time my hand itch, I'm like, oh, better go buy a lottery ticket. It's like you get that itchy palm. You're like, oh, I might come into some money. Gotta love that though. But yeah. But that's interesting to see that other people have the weird, scary dreams or the nightmarish. Now, do any of you guys have the reoccurring nightmares? Like have the same dream? If it's not every night, but like, you know, every so often, like you have that same weird dream or a continuation of that dream. Where'd Bev go? Is Bev still here? I had dreams most of the time. That would be. I know, it's like, if I take a nap and jump into terrified, horrible thoughts. Oh. That's not good. Especially nowadays, everything's all wacky. You know what I mean? I mean, probably a lot more people are sleeping now than anything. You know what I mean? A lot of people are just napping on things there's nothing to do half the time, you know? Wow, that is pretty crazy, Don. That is pretty crazy, man. You have reoccurring dreams? Nice. I've had a few reoccurring dreams. I know, it's really weird though, isn't it? Like I said, the ones that are the worst are when you're dreaming about something bad and you wake up, right? You're like, oh God, man, you know, and then you're kind of sweating and you're like, whoa, man. And then you finally get calmed down and you go back to sleep and you fall right back into that same nightmare. You know, you're like, damn, why, man? Why? You know? And then you wake up again, you're like, screw this, I am staying up, I am done with sleeping. You know? That's when you know, Dream Warrior comes on by Dawkins, you know, I'm not gonna sleep no more, you know. And it's like, damn. Hey, remember, if you're new here, I know I need to get a promo thing. If you're new here, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. If you click that all, you'll find out when we go live every single time. We go every other day, I think, right now. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And a comment. Yes? Okay. Now that's out of the way. When I was 2 years old, my neighbor hit by lightning. Oh, lightning. I was seeing that police and fire trucks and had nightmares about that for years. Oh, I would imagine. You know, I wonder, I have had lots of dreams. I wonder, because I've been through some traumatic things, and I've seen traumatic things happen, and I'm surprised I never dream about that. You know what I mean? Like, it's always completely different things. You know what I mean? Like, I remember a dream that I had, God, this must have been 20 years ago or something. And my dream was in my own house, and I got up out of the bed to go to the restroom in my dream, and when the light was on, but when I turned to look in the mirror, when I was washing my hands in my dream, my face started to change into something really evil and said something like, I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to get you, or something like that. And then I woke up. Like, it was that weird, right? Like, all of a sudden your face changes into something completely like evil looking. It looks like you, but like completely like evil looking. And then it's like, oh no, it said, I'm going to scare you to death. That's what it said. And I woke up from my dream. So that was freaky, man. I was like, what the hell is going on, man? You know? Holy crud, man. I tell you. And when I was running from a white farmhouse with a white dress. Naked. Oh, man. That's too funny. The naked dreams, right? Running through naked streets or at school. I don't have dreams about things that are gonna happen before they do. I've had dreams like that, like deja vu. Have you ever been like, oh man, deja vu is so crazy, right? I remember doing a lot of different stuff like construction and flying around, and I remember I was at someone's house, and I'm like, I've been here before. Even though I've never been there before, but I knew the house. I knew the inside of the house. I'm like, oh, this is so weird, man. Like, I knew where stuff was. It was the craziest thing. But I had dreams like that before, which is like totally weird, you know, like the deja vu thing. That is wild. What did you watch on TV? I don't think I watched anything scary. You know, like I usually refrain. I usually don't watch scary stuff until around Halloween. You know, October rolls around, then I get into my whole horror movie thing for the whole month and whatnot. But yeah, it's kind of it was just a weird dream. Like, I have weird stuff like that just out of the blue, you know. I know. Oops. I'm just changing this real quick. Hey, Cobra. Let me just change this real quick. And let me just do this. Sorry, guys. I know that's not going to make sense. I'll have to fix my title after. I was going to talk about something else, but then this is such a good subject, I just figured we'll stay on this instead. I know with how about you, Cobra? Have you had, we're talking about like bad dreams, reoccurring nightmares, stuff like that. Like, if you look, we've been talking about like falling into the same dream over and over every night, or having a nightmare and falling back to sleep and falling back into that same nightmare dream again. Let's see, I dreamed someone was going in a motorcycle wreck months before it actually happened. Oh, did you tell the person like, hey, I seen this happen? Of course, most people would be like, you're crazy. You know, when you try to tell someone like, dude, I seen this happen and I had a dream about this happening, you know, it's I'll tell you what, if I have a bad dream about an airplane flight or anything I'm getting ready to go on, usually I cancel it. You know what I mean? Because I just don't want to take that chance. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm good. I'll take the next one. Oh my God. Could you imagine having a bad dream on an airplane? Could you imagine that? Like 40,000 feet in the air in the middle of the night, and you're sleeping, all of a sudden you're like screaming in your thing that somebody's trying to get you or something crazy like that. People are like, oh crap, what's going on, man? Oh man, that would be interesting, especially nowadays. That would be very interesting. You might find yourself with the parachute being like tossed out, you know, like, see ya. I've had the recurring dream that all of my teeth are falling out. But that's not a fun dream at all, is it? It's like wake up, I'm on my head, I don't know. That would be really bad, wouldn't it? Yes, I did tell them, and you're right. They were like, "You're crazy," right? I mean, I would probably, I don't know. I'm kind of a strange person like that. If somebody told me that, I'd probably start being extra careful with whatever I was doing for the next whatever. You know what I mean? That's why I can't sleep when I travel. Because could you imagine? Or what happens if you're having a dream about a plane crashing or something, and you know you're screaming all this weird stuff, you know, and like, oh crap, man, you know, or something like that, right? I mean, I don't know. It could be really like, I don't know. It could be really weird though. You know what I mean with that, and I don't know. It could be very strange, screaming like that, you know. And I usually always I usually fly at night. At least I try to take the red eye, and you know, right to sleep I go, and you know, once we get up in the air, then I go to sleep, and I wake up in New York or Boston or wherever I happen to be going, and you know, kind of go from there, you know. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of I don't know, it's scary, man. Some of the weird dreams that you have, you know, and I definitely hate the ones. I remember when I was younger having bad dreams. The ones that you have that were so bad when you're younger that you couldn't go back to sleep. Like every time you would close your eyes, you would see whatever you saw in your dream. And that's kind of like me with The Exorcist. If you know the part where her eyes are all white and her face is already all messed up and she's like, you know, that really, if I watch that movie, it sticks with me. And then I close my eyes and go to sleep. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to go to sleep. And then all I can picture is that face. I'm like, all right, no, I'm not going to go to sleep. Let's go play video games. You know, let's go play some Minecraft or something, you know. But now I'm playing that other game, Animal Crossing. Yeah, that's what it is. Freaking Animal Crossing, I'll tell you what. Oh my God. But Animal Crossing, this Saturday, we're having a bug catching contest, so that should be fun. I know, yeah, I have a lot, I've been having a lot of dreams lately. And most of them have been like bad dreams to nightmares, which is just really bizarre. And I'm not even doing nothing, you know what I mean, during the day or anything, or in the evening. I'm like, where in the heck are all these weird dreams coming from, you know? Why can't they be fun dreams? Like, I don't know, flying, or I don't know, riding a bike in the countryside, or, you know, the south of France or something. I don't know. You know, it's always like really crazy stuff when it comes to the dreams, you know? My friends tried to get me into that game. Nope. But your fiance is playing it, right? Cobra? I mean, yeah, why can't I have the dream where I'm on like a bicycle with my shorts on, right? And my button-down shirt half open and the wind blowing through my hair and the ocean on one side and the south of France. But no, I'm in a basement somewhere locked in with a demon trying to kill me. It's like, oh man, what is going on here, you know? Oh man. I don't know, you know. No, so not this type of game. It's the world we are living in, right? Oh God, can you imagine having those dreams, right? I can only imagine. I know. Oh, the news. No. yeah, it's like it's really crazy with some of the stuff though, you know? It's like, um, I don't know, man. Why can't I have like, or another good dream, right? Laying on the beach making sand angels, you know, or whatever in the sand, or sand castles, you know, and the wind blowing and the beach and the stuff, happy times, right? But no, you know, mine would be laying at the beach with a sea monster coming out of the water to get me, right, and trying to drag me into the ocean or something, you know. It's your time, you gotta go, but I don't want to go, you know. It's like, I don't know, man. I have such weird dreams. Wow, that looks so weird. Just that bottle cap going by. Look at, there's ghosts. Woo! I know it's I don't know, it's a little crazy. I don't know. I just keep having the weirdest freaking dreams all the time, and it's like, why? Why do I have to keep having these freaking dreams like this? Oh boy, I tell you, man. I'd hate to live in my head sometimes, you know? You just never know about what's going on in there. It is so hot in here with all these lights on. I got 2 big lights up here and a couple big lights up there. And it's just like hitting me like a ton of bricks right now. Oh, it's hot. Now I'm starting to think about that beach. That's what I need. That's what I need. I need to go to sleep and think about the beach. Good night, everybody. The beach. I once had a dream. I was driving my car on a bridge that I went straight up. Only, let's remember, it was very vivid to this day. Were you in Japan on that one bridge? That bridge in Japan is crazy. I forget the name of it, but it's like insane. It's one of the most craziest bridges. Like if you look up, you know, the 10 craziest bridges in the world, that one is in there. And it goes like this, like straight up, you know what I mean? It goes, whoop. I'm like, I don't like bridges as it is, so, I hate bridges. You know what bridge I hate the most here is the San Pedro Bridge, the one that takes you from Long Beach to San Pedro over the water there. Nope. I will not. I've had friends that worked at the docks told me that boats have hit that bridge before. And I'm like, nah, I ain't going on that. No way. I will drive all the way around the whole freaking city to get to the other side without going over that side from Long Beach. I will go an extra 50 miles around if I have to avoid that freaking bridge. I'm like, I ain't going on that. No way. Have you seen that bridge, Bev? Yeah, it's a crazy one. This one Japanese vlogger, John, he rode his bike or pushed his bike up that. And I'm just like, dude, I mean, I wouldn't mind walking up it. It's not that bad. But me and cars going over bridges, I just get a little bit of panic. And I'm just like, oh, God. Yes, Vincent Thomas. Yes, I hate that bridge with a passion, man. If somebody lives on the other side, I'd be like, I just can't come and see you, man. I gotta go all the way. Instead of taking the freeway that just goes right over to the Queen Mary, to the Queen Mary there, right? No, before you go to the Queen Mary, you can turn off this way, the Queen Mary. But if you miss that one, like I did one time, the only other way you go is over that bridge. But there's an exit right when you go on the bridge, and I freaked out, man. I was like, oh my God. And I just like, right off that exit. I'm like, I don't care. I'm cutting everybody off. Get me off this freaking bridge, man. I hate that bridge. And I used to go across it when I was younger in the 80s to go to clubs and stuff over there. And I was like, oh my God, no. Yes, exactly. There's one in Louisiana is very high. Yeah, I don't like those at all. At all. And it's like, Has it been until when the I-135 collapsed? Oh, screw that. Damn, that's scary. Hola. Hola, señorita. I know, did you see that one earthquake where the bridge was like swaying like this from back in the old days? Let me see, can I go back a little more? That one would be scary. Even Golden Gate Bridge during one of the earthquakes, it was swaying, right? And you're like, ah. I mean, that's when you just leave your car and you run, right? You're like, screw this, I'm gone. I'm out of here, you know? I always I don't have to pay the toll. I don't have it anymore. Nice. Yeah, I cannot do that bridge, man. I will go all the way around. I will take the other freeway all the way around the mountain, because I was shooting a movie. There was like a naval movie I was working on, so we're using the boats over there, the old naval ships that's on the San Pedro side. And so every day I had to leave like an hour early, because instead of just going right over the bridge and being there, nope, I had to go all the way around and come back in the other direction. I'm just like, man, freaking chicken friend. Ain't happening, not today, buddy. And that is my worst nightmare, is bridge. But for some reason, when I was in New York, I had no problems with those bridges, and I don't know why. I went across every single bridge in a car with no problem. Maybe a couple of them was a little like uptight, but you know, I did it. Let's see. Hello, everybody. Let's see. I kind of want it. Otherwise, I just crack and break. You know, they were talking about the Vincent Thomas bridge. They were supposed to redo it. They're supposed to be building a new bridge, and I wonder if it's going to be any better, or maybe they should build a lower one and make it a drawbridge or something. I don't know. Something like that. You know, otherwise I just crack and break. That video is enough to prove that. Yeah. Not live in California, right? It's all about shaking. I mean, you know, I remember the Northridge one. I was in Vegas, so we felt it a little bit. Everybody in Vegas was like, "Oh," you know, a little bit. But then I called back home to my neighbor, and they're like, "Yeah, it shook pretty good here." You know, I'm like, "Dude, can you go to my house and go to my recording studio and make sure that everything's not destroyed?" And thank God nothing got broken or anything, but it's just scary, you know. I used to live in a 710 one time because I didn't deal with the bridge was closed. Make you wait for work. Yeah, that would be. I take it you don't work at the same place anymore then. Quite charging tolls. Okay. Yeah, because that, I think that's the only bridge, or the only way, those two ways are the only way to go to the boat to go to Catalina, right? You have to either go over the 710 or the 110 to the 710 or whatever it is. And then instead of going, because I used to go to the Queen Mary a lot, and I can always tell when I get nervous, because I start getting like a little cold sweat, because I'm like, man, if I screw this up going to the Queen Mary, I'm gonna end up on that freaking bridge, because there's only those ways to go. And I remember I used to always get like, I can't screw this up, man. I can't screw this up. I gotta make this turn. Gotta do it. Oh man, you gotta love that. You know, it's like, oh, freaking A, man. It's definitely scary, you know. If you're afraid of bridges and stuff or anything like that, you know, it's like, oh. And work in lines to torrents. Nice. Went over the bridge a lot. Yeah, one of my friends, I used to know a girl that worked on the docks at night, and she's like, dude, so many boats have hit that bridge. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, I didn't need to know that. You know, like, all right, no more bridge for me. You know what I mean? Like, once you hear stuff like that, you're like, nope, not gonna do it. Not at all, you know. Whoops. Let's see, I'm not afraid of bridges, just the ones that I had a dream about. And there's a lot of bridges that are like that go like, you know where I want to go. I forgot what country it's in now, but Well, when I lived in Virginia, and you guys can look this up. So going towards Virginia Beach, there is the tunnel that goes under the ocean, right? So it goes under the ocean, and then when you come out, the bridge is only like 25 or 30 feet off of the water, and that goes for like tons of miles before you get into the city, into Virginia Beach and stuff. And that's that. I mean, that never bothered me because the bridge is low. You know what I mean? But it's definitely like people really get freaked out because if waves start coming up, knock your car right off. You know, sort of like that one in Florida, the one that goes way out into the thing. I forget. It's not a freeway. It's a little 2-lane thing. But if the tide comes up too quick, that's it. You're done, right? You're like, oh crap, I'm stuck. But there's a couple of countries that have like roadways that whenever the water gets too high, you're like right on top of the water. Like as you're going, the water is rippling away, right? And it's like, oh, it's kind of one of those freaky things, you know. Especially if you're afraid of like that, like the bridge breaking, you falling into the water or something like that too, you know. That would probably freak me out. A bridge in the ocean. Yeah, look it up. The one in Florida is just a highway, and it goes right down one of the, I don't know, whatever they call it. Is that a peninsula? But whenever the tide comes in, you can't use that road no more, right? Or something like that. You have to wait for it to go out, and then you can go back and forth. But look up in Virginia. There's the underground tunnel that comes out to that bridge. And the bridge is literally like just, you know, not too many, like 10, 15 feet off of the ocean. And it's just one of those, it's just one of those crazy things, you know. Let me just look here. Virginia Bridge and Tunnel. Here we go. I found it. It's the Chesapeake Bay Tunnel and Bridge, because I lived in Chesapeake for a while when I was working for the military. Let me see if they have any good pictures of this. They have pictures? That's the toll. Yeah, it almost looks like you're driving over a pier, but for like forever. It just keeps going and going and going. You're like, ugh. Yeah. There we go. I'll give you guys a picture when the tide is low. This is the actual bridge, right? Driving from Fort Myers, Key West, was freaking felt like you were driving on the water through the Keys. Wow. See, I don't know if I want to do that either. I don't know. Like the bridge thing's always weird because being up high in a bridge, the first things that goes through your head is like falling, the bridge breaking, something happened. You know what I mean? But being low to the ground, I mean, that's scary in a way too, because if the waves come up, take your car, and you can't swim that far to get back to, you know, then the sharks get you, and you know, stuff like that. And then you're pretty well done. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're done. They have, I think. Trying to think, because I know there's a tunnel before that too that you go under the ocean. Here you go. Oh, this is the actual website. No, we don't want that. We just want a photo. We just want the photo. But anyways, that bridge, if you look at it, that bridge goes for a ways, and then you go when you first come in, you go under into a tunnel way under the ocean for like a pretty good while, and then you come up onto that's just above the water a little bit. You guys can look it up. It's the Virginia Beach or the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel and Bridge and Tunnel. And yeah, it's pretty interesting to say it a lot, you know. I mean, if you don't like tunnels and going underground and all that too, that's not a good gig at all. You know. How about you can't swim at all? Oh, then you're shark bait, I guess, right? Fish food. Looking for some fish food. That could be bad, right? See, that's the other thing. Like, I can swim, but how far do I got to swim to get to land or to find help, right? I mean, I can't swim that far, you know? Even if I had to swim a mile, I would die, especially with my messed up muscle thing. I would just be like, I'm done. Let me die and call it a day. And then my ex tells me we're driving through alligator out. Nice. Because they wreck cars. Oh, Jesus. Could you imagine, like, you hit an alligator or mess up your car and you get out and then you get eaten by another alligator? Damn, son, that would be bad. That would be really bad, man. Worst case scenarios. What bad stuff could happen to you in this scenario, right? Oh, man. I tell you, you know, it's definitely some crazy stuff, you know. Let me see something here. I wonder if let's see. There you go. If anybody wants to have nightmares about bridges, there you go. That is the one in Japan that goes straight up almost. What happens if your brakes give out? Right? Either way, going up or down. It's like you're going into the ocean one way or the other, right? Either forwards or backwards in that Japan and the Japan one. I just looked at him and told him, you're just telling me this now. It's like, oh, I have to get into the tunnel that floods. Oh, geez. The scenario has went from bad to worse, right? That would just be like, I mean, you know, it's like going from one to the other. Like, you know, I was in the water and then I stubbed my toe and it started bleeding. And then there were sharks. And then also there was, like, you know, freshwater alligators that came. So now I'm finding out the sharks and the alligators. And things were not looking up for you. I'm just out of arm's reach of being saved, but I couldn't quite make it. What a dream that would be, wouldn't it? Like almost making it to being saved from a situation like that. You're like, you're reaching, but you just can't quite make it. You're like, nah, I can't make it. Well, this was a fun chat. I really like talking about the bad dreams and different kind of dreams that people have. It's definitely interesting. You know, we went from dreams into like scary stuff like, you know, bridges and alligators and water and fun stuff like that. I don't want to have that nightmare thing. You know, because I put that in your mind, you know you're going to have that dream now. You're going to be like, you're going to wake up and go, freaking A, man. It's all your fault. You made me have that dream and I didn't want to have it. Oh, man, that would be too. That's just, you know, I'm just saying, you're going to have that dream now. Just saying. I put it into your noggin. It's there. It's just rooting its way around. Don't know what night, but one night it's going to be like, freaking A, man. I'm going to get that Instagram or that Twitter message like, you suck, man. I can't believe I just had that terrible dream. Oh, man. Screaming like a princess bride. Oh, God, right? The Princess Bride. As you wish. Oh, my God, it's him. Oh, God. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. You know, that's like the suggestion of thought, right? You tell somebody something like, hey, don't trip over that. Now, maybe they don't trip over it right then and there, but if you keep putting that in their head, I guarantee they're going to trip over whatever you told them not to trip over, right? It works. Done it myself. It's like, hey, don't trip over that. And sooner or later, it's like, boom, put it in their head enough, and bam, it happens, you know. You did it. You made me dream that. I'm telling you, you guys are going to have like all these crazy dreams now that I've been telling all these stories. Like next week, we'll do another dream one. Everybody's going to be like, dude, all these crazy dreams, man. Gotta love it, though. Gotta love it. I don't think that makes sense. It does. Oh, boy. Did you make me dream that? Oh, power of suggestion. I mean, you know. Right? I started getting messages at 2 in the morning from people like, dude, why? Why did you do that to me? It's like, my bad. My bad. Oh, God. You gotta love that, though. I mean, you know. Fun times, dreams, right? Dreams can be happy, they can be sad. And, you know, it is what it is. Dreams sometimes are the best things that we have when we go to sleep, right? Dream of a better time. You know, today I was at Walmart and I was with my shopping cart pushing it. And I was just kind of daydreaming for a second. And this lady walked across the other and she goes, oh, sorry, excuse me. You know, like she almost ran into me, but I actually almost ran into her. And I almost told her, like, oh, sorry, I was thinking about better days. But then I didn't say anything. But what a perfect moment that would have been. Like, I was just spacing out, thinking about other stuff. But what a thing that would have been if, you know, the other lady's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And it's like, no, it's not your fault. I was just thinking about better days. You know? I think it was weird stuff. Sometimes I say stuff to people, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the kind of crazy mood I'm in, you know? Dreams, what do you really mean? I know, right? What do you mean? Well, I'll tell you what, if anybody missed any part of this, you should go back and watch the first part of the video because it gets really deep into like scary nightmare type stuff that we were talking about at the very beginning. And some of the weird dreams that I've had as well over the years, you know. But, yeah, definitely crazy, you know. I tell you. It's definitely one of those things. All right, everybody. It is time. It is time for me to go exercise and lose some chubbiness. Got my sunglasses on because it's still sunny out here. And I will see you guys on Friday. Hopefully I can find a guest for the paranormal show. If not, I don't know. It might just be me talking about scary stories. But all right, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. You guys have a good night. And don't have bad dreams. Ha ha.